Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Magic Toys third-party, unauthorized, unlicensed Leon the Killer. This is based off the movie Leon the Professional, but because it's unlicensed, it's called Leon the Killer. I would order this thing from Toys Metaverse. It's a 1/12 scale, soft goods figure, and from told, it's kind of on the small side of things. So let's take a look at the packaging. Leon the Killer. Magic Toys. On the back side, you can see a bunch of the accessories he's going to come with. The bottom, the Killer. The top, the Killer. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He comes with a ton of cool stuff. We have 6 pistols, a plant, 8 alternate hands, totaling 10 interchangeable hands, sunglasses, a hat, a little sort of chest for all of his accessories, knife, 6 grenades, milk, a cup of milk, and some bolt cutters. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Leon from Leon the Professional, played by Jean Reno. He played opposite of Natalie Portman and Gary Oldman in a pretty cool movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember really liking it, and I'm probably going to watch it later tonight. So let's check him out. It's a 1/12 scale cloth soft goods figure. The likeness is excellent. Look at that. He's got a little bit of scruff, the short hair, add the sunglasses, and he's going to look perfect. Cloth soft goods, definitely on the smaller side of things, which sucks. Odd, he doesn't have any hands attached right now. It's very interesting. So I guess he has a total of 8 hands. He has the ability to hold a ton of weapons, guns, probably the bolt cutters, all kind of stuff on him. Very reminiscent from the end of the film when he fought the entire SWAT team. He's got brown dress-up shoes, looks like double-jointed knees, elbows, also look like they're double-jointed. As a whole, it's a very solid release, just wish he was about half an inch taller. And here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Man, the likeness is spot on. Totally there. Very nice job. You can see little paint issues on the hair there. Very annoying. And unfortunately, this guy's ankles are super loose. Not exactly hard to get him to stand up, but you have to work with it for a little while. Very annoying, especially for the price. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with his hands. He has a total of 8 hands, 4 right hands, and 4 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Here's his second pair of hands. This is a pair of fists. Here's his third pair of hands. This is a pair of semi-open hands. They would look good to the racks to the sides, and they might also be able to hold something. Here's his final set of hands. His right hand is a gripping hand with a trigger finger, and his left hand is a gripping hand with a pretty large grip. Then we have his coat. Black coat, cloth soft goods. There's no wire in it or anything. Looks pretty nice on the inside and on the out. Here he is without the coat on, and here with the coat attached. Now we have his hat and sunglasses. That'll really sort of make him look like Leon the Professional. Sunglasses here, completely circular lenses. Then we have a little sort of beanie here. Here he is with a hat and glasses on. The hat doesn't fit for shit. Very annoying. It needs to be a little bit bigger, a little bit stretchier. I don't know. I mean, it looks halfway decent right now, but it took me well over 5 minutes to get it to sit on just this good. And it'll fall off really easily. So I'm stuck with having him hatless, even though that is not exactly the main look I want for him. Now we have his plant. It's just a regular potted house plant. Got green leaves, traditional style pot. I remember he was always sort of spraying and taking care of the plant like it was the only good thing in his life. Now for his carton of milk and a cup of milk. So, here's the carton. Looks pretty good. Authentic. Useful food item. Then we have the cup. Not quite as good, but it's convincing. Glass cup. Milk in the bottom. They were always going to the grocery store, drinking milk, etc. He can hold the carton of milk, and he can also hold the glass of milk. Next, we have these bolt cutters. Good looking pair of bolt cutters. They have no articulation. It would be very cool if they were hinged. And here he is, holding onto those bolt cutters. They're a little bit small, even for smaller gripping hands. We also have this knife. Not really sure what to say. It's a knife. It looks good for what it is, but nothing special or spectacular. Here's Leon holding that knife, which honestly is a little bit too small, even for the smaller gripping hand. Here are his guns. He has a total of 6 pistols. Some are revolvers, some have silencers, a lot of options here. None are identical to the others. Here he is, holding one of the larger guns. And here he is, holding one of the smaller guns, a revolver. He can holster both his gun on his waist and then the bolt cutters on his leg. And even though he only has one trigger finger hand, he can't hold 2 guns at the same time, utilizing the regular gripping hand. He damn sure should have come with 2 trigger finger hands though. Now for his grenades. He comes with a total of 6 of them. Here's Leon holding and getting ready to throw one of his grenades. Next we have this little chest, suitcase or carrying case. It has a handle at the top. The thing is actually hinged. It can open up and you can store a ton of accessories in here. Very cool and very useful. He can actually hold this thing and carry it around. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's take a look at his height. And he is way, way, way too short. From bottom to the top of his head, standing at 5.6 inches tall, which can translate to just over 14 centimeters. 1/12 scale? I think not. This guy would have to be like 5'4" to be scaled properly in the true 1/12 scale. True 1/12 scale means a 6-foot man would be 6 inches tall. Most companies make a 6-foot man 6.5 inches tall, like Marvel Legends, stuff like that. I hate when these imports are just so damn small they don't fit in with anything else I collect. I'm starting to have buyer's remorse on this guy for several reasons. And now for his articulation. Starting with his head, he can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down about that much. Can tilt his head at least a little bit from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes out a little bit more than 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He does have this butterfly joint and shoulder and chest going forward and back a little bit. He's got a bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbow. His wrist can rotate and it's going to be hinged. And it just doesn't look very good in some of these poses. In his torso, he's got a ball joint, rotate around, forward and back. Another one is the waist, rotate around, forward and back. I'm getting more of the torso than the waist on this guy. Legs, I only got this far, obstructed by the pants. Forward, about that much. Back, not much. I mean, look at the wrist. It just looks hideous like that. It's not connected properly. It has like a little gap there. Looks okay like that, but it can look so bad, so easy. Double jointed knees. Then his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt rock at least the littlest bit. Here's a look at Leon under attack in his apartment complex. Whole bunch of SWAT officers with him around the corner. A look at Leon down a long hallway. And once I go in to take him down, here's a look at Leon standing on top of the bodies of all those police officers. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures. I don't have any other Magic Toys figures. I've never heard of that third-party company before. This guy is way, way smaller than I would like. He's smaller than I think he should be. Smaller than 1/12 scale. I think the scale is a little bit misleading. He's like maybe Figma size, something super, super little. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect and work my way larger. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures and some SH Figure Arts action figures. These are the smallest things that I collect, and he's even smaller than them. Way undersized. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends and some Mafex figures, here he is, next to a container of cottage cheese. Once again, the scale is just all wrong. And here he is, next to some Mattel and Mezco 1/12 figures. Every single action figure that I've shown so far, from the Jazzwares to the Mafex, Hasbro Marvel Legends, and these guys are all labeled 1/12 scale. As you can see, that means a lot of different things to different companies. But Leon is shorter than all of them. Then, Next to both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. Next, with some NECA and DC Direct figures. And finally, with some DST, Diamond Select toys, and some McFarlane figures. So overall, it's a nice figure, the likeness is fantastic, the accessories are plentiful. My main complaint, the guy is way too short, and that sucks. He doesn't fit in with anything I collect, and he's advertised as 1/12 scale, and he's way shorter than that. There are some other issues. He's got a couple of paint issues in his hair. I really don't like the wrist joints. His ankles are loose. I can just go on and on. A couple strings coming out of his sort of white sweatshirt type thing. The hat doesn't fit for shit. It comes right off. That sucks. That's part of almost a signature look. I have some serious buyer's remorse here. If I go back in time, I would not have bought this figure. Mainly because the size. I can get over all the other stuff, but damn is he short. Very, very tiny figure. I'm not a fan of the Figma and SH Figure Arts type scale, and this guy is even shorter than those. So if I were to rate the figure, forget the height. If I were to rate the figure, his articulation, his accessories, his likeness, I'd probably want to give him like a 7. Add in the height, he's going to go down to a 5, and that sucks for a figure of this price. 5 out of 10 for a figure that's better part of $100, that is bullshit. He's just so small. Beyond that, you know what? I like the figure. I love the face. I love the accessories. The cloth soft goods works for me. Just the height sucks so bad. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.